for change, really. Like, we can't, like, stick to the same formula as much. That's probably what went wrong with the DC Cinematic Universe. They're trying to copy the formula of Marvel, which it didn't really turn in their favors at all. You know, I'm going to check it out. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah, I got the DC streaming service, so I know next week the Titans premieres. That's going to be. So Netflix, I don't think I put it on the itinerary for that, did I? Netflix released a new trailer of the DC Titans show, and a lot of people were saying this is much better. When I first seen the first trailer, I was just like, this is bad editing. I did not say it was bad acting, because it really wasn't. It was bad editing. You really know what was going on. Because when you see a trailer, that kind of gets you into the mood to watch the actual whatever you're watching. Yeah. So when you see a trailer that's edited badly, it kind of throws you off, and you don't want to really, watch the show. So that really annoyed me, because, DC is under constant scrutiny. And so... So this is under constant scrutiny, and so when it comes to that trailer, it kind of made everything kind of go, okay, what's going on, So, but this trailer was done by Netflix, and so it looks really good. The first reactions are in. I have not seen one bad review of it, so that is great news. Okay. But it comes out next week on the streaming service, so we should know next week.
Then I should watch that. I gotta watch that.
All right. So our next thing we're going to talk about is Disney is making a live version of Lilo and Stitch.
What? Actually,
Go ahead.
I think that may be pretty cool. For one, I love like, I grew up watching a whole lot of Disney shows and movies and stuff like that, and I would love, like, for most of those shows to come back, so that, I have a little sister, so that she could watch those shows, because those shows helped me out a lot going through middle school and stuff. And bringing Lilo and Stitch back, but as a live action, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But as long as it stays to the same, like, topic and morale, then I think it'll be all right. But live action, though,
I don't know. They're doing the Kim Possible live action movie
and Lion King.
Yeah, and Lion King. Yeah. So with Kim, okay. So this is my thing with Disney. Jesus. So so with Disney, why wouldn't you wait to see if Kim Possible does good? Because Kim Possible is on a lot of all the eyes on Kim Possible right now. People are going to watch it either to trash it or actually really critique it. Most people are going to watch it to trash it because they don't want it to be a live action. But why wouldn't you wait until you see exactly what people think about this particular series before you do another one? I mean, they're also doing a
Mulan live action.
They're doing Mulan live action. They're doing Lady and the Tramp live action. I mean, like, I don't understand exactly where anybody wanted all of this.
I don't.
To me, companies are supposed to give in demand to what the fans want. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants live action cartoons. I mean, it works for something.
For some things.
For some things, but not everything.
Wait, I think Jungle Book was, like, in that same position, and it kind of turned out in their favor.
Yeah.
But Beauty and the Beast, it goes both ways. Some people hate it, some people liked it.
But see, I think the thing with those is you were strictly dealing with humans mostly. Okay, in the Jungle Book you have, I forgot the
talking animals.
Yeah, you got the animals. And and in Beauty and the Beast you got the one beast. Yeah. But with Lilo and Stitch you're gonna be dealing with hundreds and thousands of aliens all the time. Yeah. There's gonna be so much CGI to the point you might have a seizure watching it.
Exactly.
So I mean, like, what is the point of that?
That's what just call it Marvel.
I mean,
basically.
Okay. I get that, and I'm probably on your side on this one because I don't know about. I mean, I love Lilo and Stitch. I grew up on Lilo and Stitch. We was always singing a song, dancing when the song came on. VCR, old school. I don't know nothing about that. I'm sure. Okay, but to make it live action, you really have to make it look real convincing and make it look really real.
Exactly.
And two, I need a trailer to see how everything's gonna play out. Like which movie or which storyline they gonna pick.
Yeah.
To make to draw fans in or to draw me in particular. Lion King, you got me sold. Mulan, you got me sold. Kim Possible, but Lilo and Stitch, I'm gonna wait on it. But right now it's So you got A, make it look convincing, and B, you got to give me a poster or a trailer so I can give the taste or feel of what the movie is actually going to be like.
And the director of this movie is Jonathan Irich, and he wrote, I don't know if he wrote the screenplay to the Death Note, live action series, or he directed it, but that's who's doing it. So so that just also kind of.
Since you said something about that,
hopes down.
It's a no for me.
Hopes down. Hopes down.
Oh no.
But we will see.
Next topic.
Okay, so as we know, Venom releases tonight at 7:00. Greenwood always has early show timings for superhero movies, which I love, but I can't go anymore because I have duty at 7:00 on Thursday, which is very sad.
Okay.
But anyways, so the reviews for Venom dropped earlier this week, around Tuesday, Wednesday, and people are trashing it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So this is one of the reviews.
Here we go.
Aggressively loud and stupid without being much fun. Venom exists as a waste of time for some very talented actors, and it's proof that even Marvel, whether it's a studio or the films based on the imprint, doesn't always get it right. The Rap's Alson Durlad writes, Hardy is always mesmerizing, even when the material is less so. But in Venom, he's finally found a project he can't overcome by sheer talent. Williams' roles is most limiting, while Amid and Slate, given what they may have bad performances respectively, overplayed and tentative. So, and this is probably not the worst one. So, and that was my fear when it came to Venom. First of all, I didn't really think there was a need for a Venom film. Yeah. I mean, when it first came out, I saw people come out the woodwork say, I'm a Venom fan. We have faux comic book fans all the time that swear they're comic book fans, but when it comes to actual going out and watching these movies, they don't want to come. But so, and then they said, okay, it's going to be PG-13. So that's what turned a lot of people off.
Yeah, you can't do a Venom movie that's PG-13. I think
Venom... I think they have more of a chance to dive in who Venom is and make it more dark if they took the rated R approach than to set limitation on him and by making it PG-13. I think that's one area that kind of, I wouldn't say killed Venom, but kind of take a notch down from Venom to make it that epic movie. So,
and one thing that annoys me. They're trying to tie Venom into the Spider-Verse. And that's the reason why they did a PG-13. I really do not like Tom Holland Spider-Man. That's just me. I just don't like him.
Utopia all day?
Who?
You Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, I'm Tobey Maguire. I like Andrew Garfield. I understand the criticism by Andrew Garfield. Oh, he's too cool. He's not really nerd, but I don't know. Something about Tom Holland just makes me not want to watch him. I never watched Homecoming, even though it was really big. I did watch Infinity War, and I saw him in that, and he was a little bit less annoying in Infinity War. I guess because the whole time it wasn't on him the whole time.
Yeah.
So they're trying to tie this into the actual Spider-Verse. That's the reason why they're doing a PG-13. But I think it defeats the purpose. Venom is a very stone-hearted person. I mean, symbiote. He's not really a person.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very vicious. He's very analytical, and you can't really see that in a PG-13 movie as much as you would think. Dark Knight did it. The Dark Knight film series was actually PG-13, but
this is Venom we're talking about.
Exactly, it's Venom. So Venom is different. Venom tears people to shreds. Yeah. Batman just, I don't know, throws a bat,
very hard.
Yeah, very hardly. He injures you very hard.
He's very dark. Get over here.
I love that terminology. He injures you very hardly. But yeah, so that's what I think was wrong with it. I'm going to see it just because I'm going to talk about it on next week's show. So tune in for that. But I'm not expecting it to be great.
Yeah. I think this is the same situation that Venom is. I think it's the same situation that Suicide Squad was a little bit, where like when the reviews came out, people was bashing it. Oh, Jared Leto Joker was trash, this and that. My thing is, you gotta go in and view it for yourself to have your own opinion, because it all comes down to what you have a taste for, what knowledge you know of the character. If you have a lot, for example, you have a lot of knowledge of Venom, and you know how Venom's supposed to be, you probably gonna think this movie is trash. But if you like more like optimistic, and you have, I would say, like some knowledge of who he is, and, you know, you be great. You be like, okay, this is an okay movie.
And a lot of and when it comes to Marvel versus DC, a lot of Marvel fans are not really comic fans, because Marvel is a pop culture type name. You know, it has really made its rounds. And what I always tell people is like they're branded as family movies. You take your whole family to see Marvel movies. You can't take your whole family to see DC movies because they probably won't understand. It's like, and I'm not trying to say that Marvel doesn't have complex storylines, but they don't. But you can take your whole family to see a Marvel movie. Your daughter, your son, you know, your little cousin or whatnot. They can kind of catch on to what's going on. With DC, it's going to take a little time for them to understand. And so when it comes to Venom, I get they're trying to make it to that point where where people who are not comic book fans, and one thing I'm gonna say, props to Marvel with that. That's how you make money. That's how you make money. So they are good at that. They are good to branding it as opposed to a family film and a comic book film. Because comic book fans make up a small percentage of actual comic book movies revenue. So if you brand this as a family movie, as a movie that anybody can go and watch, then it's gonna make more money, you know. So that's what Marvel does, and I salute them for it, because it's a really good business strategy. And that's what DC doesn't do. And so, like you was talking about Suicide Squad, I love Suicide Squad. I remember I went to see it on my birthday. I turned 18, was it? I turned 18, and it was like I think the week before I turned 18, that's when it came out. And so all the thing I wanted for my birthday was to go see Suicide Squad. I went and seen it. I seen it twice. It was really good to me. And speaking of Suicide Squad, Deadshot's reportedly getting his own movie. And in my opinion, I felt like Deadshot really stole the show. I loved Will Smith's portrayal of Deadshot. So I feel like it'll be a really good movie. And Will Smith is Will Smith.
Will Smith is Will
he's going to sell out anyways. So
he's funny too. So
So I mean, like, you put Will Smith on the name of a movie, it's going to sell out.
It's going to sell out.
Because it's just Will Smith. Like, so.
I think he portrayed that shot really well. I mean, definitely really well. He's a very serious character, and he's always straight to the task, straight to the point.
I think as far as character development for Suicide Squad, I think he had the major one, especially him talking about his daughter. And I was like, dang, man, they actually did that.
That's got to be in the movie.
That's
got to be.
It has to be, because I mean, like, it made him more of a humane character. Like, you can kind of get to it, like the fact that Batman let him, you know, talk to his daughter before he arrested him. Like those little things, and people don't talk about it. Say, oh, you know, the action, blah blah. You know, that moving forward, you know, there's a lot of, when it comes to DC, the opinions about it, I really don't understand it, because you can make those same assumptions about Marvel. But, you know, people do it anyways. But I'm really excited if they make a Deadshot movie. The only thing I like about WB is they always say they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They never follow through. A good thing about Marvel, I am complimenting Marvel a lot today. That is surprising. But one thing about Marvel is that when they say they're going to do something, when they say they're going to release something, they're going to release it. WB said they're going to release something, then maybe 6-7 years afterward, then they release it. You know, so I feel like they should just shut up. I mean, like, just shut up, you know, sometimes. If you're going to release something, release it. But just don't be playing, you know, cat and mouse with us, saying, oh, we're teasing this, we're meeting with this director. When contracts are signed, when the movie is actually filming, that's when you say this movie is happening at this date. You don't say, okay, we're going to think about making this movie, and it's going to probably premiere in 2022, and then 2023 we still ain't seen the movie yet, you know. So, like, that's one thing that WB has to get control over. So we're going to talk about Power Rangers for a split second. Woo. Did y'all go see the Power Rangers movie?
Yeah, I saw it.
How did you like the Power Rangers? How did you like the movie?
I think how should I put this? I think the approach they took with it, actually kind of liked it a little bit, and I also like the fact that the suits, the Zords, everything looked more like alien realistic to me. It was funny. I'll give you that. And finally, they gave the Blue Ranger some shine. I'm like, thank God, thank you, because I felt like the Blue Ranger acted more as a leader than the Red Ranger. Because Red Ranger's the leader, Blue Ranger's like the second leader. Blue Ranger acted more like the leader than Red Ranger. So overall, I like the movie. And if we're talking about sequels, it's Green Ranger. He got to come out. He got to come.
I got Tommy.
Tommy.
See, I didn't see the movie, unfortunately, which is surprising because I am a huge Power Rangers fan. I've seen every single Power Rangers series that ever came out. American, Japanese, name it. Kamen Rider, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And when they came out with the movie, I was excited to go see it. I saw the trailers, and I was like, I can't wait to go see it. Never actually had the chance to see it, unfortunately. The hype just died down. All my friends saw it, and I was like, damn, all right, well.
You know, I actually love the movie because the Blue Ranger, they made him an autistic character. And, you know, like, it showed inclusion, too, because, you know, people with special needs are not even given the chance of day in cinema, but he was like the breakout star of that. You know, I really loved his personality, his enthusiasm. It was really good. The only thing that I said about it was it felt like when people do like the 1 hour specials, you know, like a 1 hour episode or something like that. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like a mini episode type thing that you would see on like FX maybe. So it didn't really seem like a movie. It seemed like maybe if they would make a series like that, it would probably be really good. So exactly, if you would watch it, because going to the movies and watching, you're just like, oh, it's Power Rangers, yeah. But I mean, if you watch them in a series, it might be actually more appealing. So they're making a sequel. They're making a second movie. They don't know if it's going to be a sequel. I feel like it's stupid to not make a sequel. We're used to these characters. We're used to the actors that's playing it. Why not make a sequel of it?
They gotta bring Tommy back.
Just go for it, man.
Bring that green Power Ranger with the flute. I mean, that's my man.
They bought Hasbro bought Power Rangers for $520 million. You know what? Really, it was a problem. I would not think that Power Rangers would be that profitable. But then you got to think about the TV shows and think about all the toys they make, the games. History. So then I kind of like, okay, it's probably worth that much money, you know. But my favorite Power Ranger series was Mystic Force.
Ooh, yes.
That was like the best one to me.
Them capes.
And maybe Dino Thunder, because Tommy was in Dino Thunder too. So it was kind of good seeing him back on the screen too.
Mine would be, of course, Mighty Morphin. Ninja Storm.
Ooh,
Ninja Storm was good too.
I love Dino. And have a little special place in my heart for Jungle.
Ooh, yes, Jungle. Oh, Jungle is out there. I like Jungle. You just focus like not on a huge group, just three of them.
Just three.
And that was real nice. That's all they needed, just three. And the teacher, that purple. Ooh, nice. And my favorite was SPD though.
I never really watched it or liked that.
Space Patrol Delta.
So I mean, like it was just like
it was kind of like a military school for Power Rangers, and I just loved the idea. It was weird. A military school.
There's that big dog and the cat.
Yes.
But it's funny that like Tommy appeared in like 4. I think he appeared in like 4 series. It's kind of crazy that he's like the only one that kind of appeared in subsequent series. You know. Okay, guys, so that's it with like for news in the media right now. So we're gonna play a few songs for you guys, and then we'll be back and we're gonna have Miss Kenya coming up here to give us a little knowledge.
What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Singing now. world. And although most men are hoes, he flows on the down low. Cause I never heard about him with another girl. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that he said, she said crowd. I know that ain't nobody perfect. I give props to those who deserve it. And believe me, y'all, he's worth it. So here's to the future, cause we got through the past. I finally found somebody that could make me laugh. You so crazy. I think I wanna have your baby. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Say it again now. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. My man is smooth like Barry and his voice got bass. A body like Arnold with a Denzel face. He's smart like a doctor with a real good rep. And when he comes home, he's relaxed with pep. He always got a gift for me every time I see him. A lot of snot-nosed ex-flames couldn't be him. He never ran a corner line once to me yet. So I give him stuff that I'll never forget. He keeps me on cloud nine just like a tip. He's not a fake wannabe, trying to be a pimp. He dresses like a dapper dumb, but even in jeans, he's a godsend original, the man of my dreams. Yes, my man says he loves me. Never says he loves me not. Mine, I rush me good and touch me in the right spot. See other guys that I've had, they try to play all that Mac shit, but every time they tried, I said, that's not it. But not this man, he's got the right potion. Baby, rub it down and make it smooth like lotion. Yeah, the ritual, highway to heaven. From 7 to 7, he's got me open like 7-Eleven. And yes, it's me that he's always choosing. With him, I'm never losing, and he knows that my name is not Susan. He always has heavy conversation for the mind, which means a lot to me, cause good men are hard to find. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Sing it again now. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. I said, what a mighty good man. Know what I'm saying? He's a mighty, mighty good man, y'all. Now check him out. My man gives real love, and that's why I call him killer. He's not a wham bam, thank you ma'am, he's a thriller. He takes his time and does everything right. Knocks me out with one shot for the rest of the night. He's a real smooth brother, never in a rush shit. He gives me goose pimples with every single touch. Spends quality time with his kids when he can. Secure in his manhood, cause he's a real man. A lover and a fighter and a knocker out. Don't take him for a sucker, cause it's not what he's about. Every time I need him, he always got my back. Never disrespectful, cause his mama taught him that. I got a good man. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. A mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. See, what a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. He's a mighty, mighty good man, y'all. What a mighty, mighty good man, y'all. Yeah.
take care of us. Baby, I'll relax your mind if you just let me. Sure, it feels like nobody cares out there, but you know I'm here. Don't trip about it now, you can lay it down. I know it's heavy. Ooh, when you're cold and said you're on your way, I was waiting. Anything for my lover, anything for my babe. No hesitating. Day's so hard, so much stress. Life won't let up, boy, just rest. Lay down and let me cover you with all these kisses. So much on your mind, it weighs on your head. But baby, you're worry-free in this bed. Go ahead, let me cover you with all these kisses. Tell me, baby, let me know what we could do. Anything, everything you wanna do. Pick a time and place, I put it on you. Pick a time and place, I put it on, put it on. I know you're tired, baby, but I know what drives you crazy. I'll take it slow, baby. I know you miss these kisses. Day's so hard, so much stress. Life won't let up, boy, just rest. Lay down and let me cover you with all these kisses. So much on your mind, it weighs on your head. But baby, you're worry-free in this bed. Go ahead, let me cover you with all these kisses. Let me cover you with all these kisses.
Miss Nina Simone, Jimmy Jones, Missy Elliott, music leader. My relatives never forget my Andre. Papi, Mikasa, Sukasa, baby. I made an entree. Maybe I make your mom's play. Maybe we not gonna sleep tonight. In the night, you and I laugh about how you Gemini. Already fried the chicken, but leftovers was my inner thought. Nah, I'm lying, I'm just playing. You can read this book with me. I'm trying to reimagine abracadabra for poverty. Like poof, I made it disappear. Poof, I'm made of happiness. Everything is everything, but I still haven't paid my rent. Ugly is ugly, so Molly makes me joyful now. When I get down, I'm already up. Molly the water, I keep the drink in the cup. My druggie is druggy, we just some kids out of luck. Ooh, they ain't tryna see me shine. My shine, the bullet on my time, my time. I'll live forever now. They ain't tryna see me shine, shine. Bullet on my time, time. Yeah, I'll live forever. They ain't tryna see us shine, shine. Bullet on our time, time. We'll live forever.
Forever and a day, following the rain. You know that we live forever. How long will it take to marry the sunset if it ain't yours yet forever?
I sold my name for 7 bags of Skittles on Sunnysaid Boulevard. Me sending God is rainbow, pretty mystery, and fully charged. Nobody understands my songs. I love every sentences to heal the scar. The rental car, the Malibu, the Shangri-La. Ooh, my cigarette burning, my mama be calling. She worry about me, her girl alcoholic. And I could take a trip to LA. And I could lose myself inside myself. I hope the Lord forgive me now. Why I still be drifting, accustomed to wearing hand-me-downs? Why am I Cinderella, a cinder block for my family now? I can't build no mansion on top of these shaggy bones. I left my home, I'm on the road, forgive me. There she go again. Her dark consumerism assimilated in him. Cast a new gospel, occupational sin. Just walked out the church house with happy all in my pocket, a little something to spend. They ain't tryna see me shine, shine. Bullet on my time, time. Yeah, I'll live forever. They ain't tryna see us shine, shine. Bullet on our time, time. We'll live forever.
Forever and a day, following the rain. You know that we live forever. How long will it take to marry the sunset if it ain't yours yet forever?
We gon' live forever like Aaliyah. Look how they did Rakia. Honestly, I'm just happy I could be here. Hoping I don't offend all my peers. When I say that, it's a mouthful like Coogee Chocolate. Following bright ideas, cause I'm a victim to colorism. They flood the prison, no difference hanging from trees. When anger lead the system, I notice we still ain't free. In this club trying to ban me cause my white tee, I mean like high key. I was chosen to fight in a pair of mics, over polite, holding a knife. They hold my life in low regards, hoping I'm hopeless. But I've been in love so long, like Janet Jackson poems. I know I'm terrible, but I'm focused like a variable, emitting pheromones, so I don't gotta bear it alone. Nina Simone biopic made me swear in my home. Gotta call someone so I could tell them on my telephone.
They ain't tryna see me shine, shine. Bullet on my time, but I'll live forever. They ain't tryna see us shine, shine. Bullet on our time, but we'll live forever.
Forever and a day, following the rain. You know that we live forever. How long will it take to marry the sunsets if it ain't yours yet forever?
Hi, this is Landon Hornacek, a junior mass communications and media studies major from Lexington, South Carolina. You are listening to XLR Lander University Radio.
And we are back. And I have with me the lovely Miss Kenya Boatwright.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I love that last song we just played. It was by No Name, and it's called Forever. To me, she's the best female rapper out here. I know some Nicki fans are going to, like, kill me when I get off the air.
Nicki died out. I'm done with her.
So, and one thing that's interesting that she mentioned, well, not her, but the artist that was featuring on the song with her is they're going to do me like Rekia Boyd. Rekia Boyd was a young woman. She was 22 years old, and she was killed in Chicago in 2012 by an off-duty cop. And, you know, in the Black Lives Matter movement, I know this is like all off base, but in the Black Lives Matter movement, we talk a lot about the black men that are being killed, but we don't talk a lot about black women, because black women are getting killed too. We have Sarah, I forgot her last name, Jesus. Not supposed to get that last name. But she was killed by the policeman, too. So you have all of these black women who have been killed by the policeman, and just not little attention to it. But I promise there is a reason why we're going into this. So this is actually our first female Blerd in the studio. So you have that right to brag about.
I feel special.
You are special. So what is it like being a black female nerd? You know, is there a distinction between the male nerds and yourself?
I think it is, because people expect a little bit more from us. I think people expect a little bit more from us with what we watch and what we do and how we dress and how we act. They have a certain, I guess, stereotype they want us to stick to. And when you don't, it confuses people. And when you find out that someone like me is that way, you're just like, wow, I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
I thought you were some ratchet that hangs out on the street. And I'm just like, no, I just sit in my room and watch anime.
Yeah. I mean, it's really weird that when we have this idea of a nerd, especially like a black nerd, you always see the nerdy black guy with maybe a Goku shirt on or something like that. And I mean, like, and even when you're talking about, you know, female black nerds, you know, there was a big uproar going on in the Blerd community when Donald Glover did This Is America. You know, people like to bring back receipts and whatnot. So they brought back the fact that he said he was dating a white woman, and he commented back and said, well, the reason why I'm dating her basically is because no black women would give me the time of day. And then so black female nerds kind of come back and said, well, the black male nerds were out here looking for the popular girls while we were sitting here, you know, available, you know. So is that type of mentality that you think most black male nerds have?
Oh, absolutely. Just honestly, they kind of Asian and white.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they go for. And they either see us as just that friend zone kind of area, or they don't see us at all.
Yeah.
Like, we could be the one connecting with them the whole time about stuff that we like. We can talk about between music, cartoon, anything that we can relate to. And they just want, I think they feel more comfortable. They'll feel less threatened by, like, whites and Asians because I guess it's a little less worrisome for them. Like, they don't have to try as hard, or they have to put on a front or put on an act around those types. But when it comes to a black female nerd, they're just like, oh, I got to live up to this expectation. And we're just like everybody else.
Yeah. So one other thing is the fact that people don't feel like, you know, well, is there a pressure for black female nerds to kind of not be nerdy? Do you guys feel like, okay, yes, I can't be really nerdy around men because it's not going to be attractive to me? Is that the kind of thing that happens too?
Oh, absolutely. That is like, for my parents' example, like my dad is actually the nerd. Like to this day, 63 years old, sits down, watches anime, has action figures on his desk. And my mom is the farthest thing from that. So I was raised by my dad and my mom. So people have this expectation of me to be like, oh my gosh, Kenya, why are you watching that? You're so white. Or why are you doing that? You're such this way. And I'm just like, can I just enjoy what I enjoy?
Yeah, like, it's strange that other black people will try to measure people's blackness.
Yeah.
You know, I've never understood that. Like, I don't understand why I have to be less black than you because I don't like rap all the time.
Exactly. And black is what I am, not what I'm trying to be.
Exactly.
So it's just like, I don't need to listen to rap every day and go out and walk a certain way, do a certain way to be black. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm already black. I'm just going to enjoy myself and who I am. So that's so annoying. People just say, why are you doing this because you black? Like, you don't know how many people I've sat down and they actually laughed at me for watching an anime, and then they get involved and they're just like, hold up, why is he doing that? Why is he doing this? Oh, do you want me to go back to Real House of Real Wives, whatever that show is, that reality show? And I'm just like, so you like this anime now even though you made fun of it? Oh, okay.
And it's crazy because people seem to think of, we watch things when we were kids. You know, everybody watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, everybody watches Lilo and Stitch. And these are some of the characteristics that anime has. And so people feel like, okay, well, you're supposed to grow out of that at some point in time. But then you still sit down when you have kids and you watch these cartoons, and still when you have kids. So are you growing up, you know?
Well, grown men make cartoons. Why can't grown men watch cartoons?
Exactly. It is honestly the worst type of stereotype I've ever seen. And I mean, like, I know it's hard. You know, it's even harder for, I know it's harder for, it's hard for black men to even want to show their nerdiness because they feel emasculated when they show something like that. But I mean, I would think it's even harder for black women because you guys are you're always under public scrutiny all the time. So no matter what you do, how you behave, it's going to be perceived some type of way. So you guys kind of like have to cover it a lot. Like we have one layer down. Y'all got like 3 layers down. Exactly. So I mean, like, has it been hard for you to kind of try to find, communities within the black community that's open to blerdness? Oh yes, definitely. And one connection I found that it seems like a lot of me and other black nerdy females find is cosplay problems. They're just like, oh, you're gonna cosplay, so you're gonna be Storm or you're gonna be this. No, I think I'm gonna be like Kagome today. And they're just like, you're gonna put on a lot of makeup? No, I'm just gonna put on the outfit. They just always have this idea that we have to cover ourselves completely, cover our skin and everything to join that kind of cosplay environment. But when I went to SodaCon, like, I found a lot of girls there that were like me. They were cosplaying just like everybody else, and they were wearing the outfits without thousands of gallons of white makeup on or anything. And it was great to find that community. But I guess here in Greenwood is a small town. So it is hard to find situations like that unless I go to Anime Club or something like that. Yeah, and it's so crazy that you would think that, and one thing that's going on in our lifetime is that nerd culture is being explored, it's being exploded. So so many people that are into it, and it kind of annoys me a little bit, because like back in we was in high school, it was kind of so back in high school we was like, oh anime and whatnot, we got picked at for it, we got laughed at, we got kind of these looks like, straight up bullied. Yeah, so I mean, like, and now it's just like they're doing it for fun. They're doing it they don't really enjoy it. They're just doing it because it's popular nowadays. So it's really annoying, but it's honestly, it's really weird because when I first had this idea to create the show, I was just like, I don't know how many people are going to join. I know I had 2 friends who are very nerdy, but one is like very reclusive, and then one is kind of, he can talk, but he don't talk a lot, Got you. So it was kind of like, okay, well then I got to go out and find these people, So I started like, it is kind of a little bit of stereotype. You see a person that you think, oh, he might be a little nerdy or she might be a little nerdy. And then you get into conversations like, yeah, they're a little nerdy, So then we kind of bring them on. And so now we have a lot of people like, now we've had maybe like 4 or 5 co-hosts on this show. And I mean, like, and And that's just, and we've only had 3 shows, and like today was very successful. And then we're talking about, issues in the black female nerd community now. So it's kind of really weird how there's so much blerdness on this campus that we've never explored, and there's never been a group for it. There's never been like anybody to kind of like get everybody together. And I kind of find solace in that we found that, like I recently found me a DC community on Twitter. I didn't know they had that. So I mean, like there's communities out there. You just gotta know where to look for them.
Exactly. And if we're not wearing a shirt that says, "Hi, I'm a black nerd,"
exactly,
you would have no. And I think people see me, and like the first thing they'll see is my Lord of the Rings tattoo, and be like, "Oh wow, is that Arabic?" No, let's just calm down. It's Lord of the Rings. Let's just calm down. What's that other one on your arm? It's Full Metal Alchemist. Let's just bring it down a little bit. Everything's fine. So you can normally tell by my tattoos or my wallet, which is Zelda, like if someone's gonna interact with me or not, or they'll see something. But if I just wear a complete shirt that covers my tattoos, you have no idea. I could walk right past the nerdiest person in the world, and we'll never speak because we just don't know. And
Landa, you just heard that Kenya is the most exciting person ever known. She has like Full Metal Alchemist tattoo. She has Lord of the Rings tattoo. So Kenya is the most exciting person I've ever met in my life. Congratulations. So guys, we're about to get ready to go. Sorry we couldn't extend this conversation further, but I think Kenya will be on here a lot more. You'll see her a lot more. So thank you guys for your time. So one thing I like to give a few announcements about the BSU. The BSU will be meeting on Monday, and if you are a freshman, I would really love for you guys to come out on Monday. Mr. Bethea is going to be kind of talking to you guys because we know this is midterm week. Next week, we're going into the week where you have to drop your classes. The last day is on Friday, October 12th. He's going to give you kind of these tips. There's a lot of things that you need to talk about going into your going into your freshman spring year. So, and it's a link event. I just got the email. I got the confirmation today. So, if you're not doing anything, Monday, October 8th at 6 p.m. in Barrett Hall 126, I would love for you guys to come. So, and we're out. I'm going to leave you a little bit of Jussie Smollett. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Broken hearted people are the first ones. Once they started, they can be the worst ones. Love is a weapon if you don't use it right. Now we're watching conform my life. Hurt people hurt.